So here's an interesting discovery. I'm doing my review of the G7 Pro from GameSir, and all's going well. I figured I might as well try out the 3.5mm output on the underside there. And I've never used a headset jack on a controller before, mainly because the controllers that I've had with PC in the past, they just didn't work over wireless, at least for me anyway. So I never really bothered with it from that point onwards. But I figured this time around I'll give it a try. And I've got the HE1000 SE. They're quite hard to drive from a regular DAC, at least for volume anyway. The sound is fine, it's just the volume. If you want loudness, then you need more power, obviously, which portable DACs and things like this probably won't be able to deliver. But what I found was it actually does deliver, not to head shaking levels of loudness, but loud enough to enjoy music, and it's enough to able to hear the headphone from across the room. So it's loud enough. The equivalence is basically my X9 here, so it's the equivalent of minus 38 dB, and I think this is in high gain. Yeah, so high gain at minus 38. So that's quite loud. Obviously, it's not as loud as what this will get because that's a dedicated headphone amp slash DAC. But what this gets at max volume, so it is at max volume at the moment, is pretty insane. The other thing that was a surprise to me was the soundstage in the stereo image. Now, I wasn't expecting it to be this wide in soundstage and this clear. There's no noise floor at all. It's just, there's like a black hole when there's nothing playing, even at max volume on here. And my Windows is set to max volume as well, because I'm attenuating all volume through the controller, just like I do with my amps. And by default, that jack is disabled, so it won't show up in Windows when you're connected wirelessly. So it's the charging stand slash receiver on there. So if I open up the Windows sound panel, so you can see there, I've renamed it. So it's showing up, and the default sample rate is 48 kilohertz at 16-bit, which is fine. It's DVD quality, so you're going to get CD quality at least minimum anyway, so that's perfectly fine. So guys, I've tested it now with games, and it's pointless for games, so don't bother on PC at least anyway, in wireless mode. With wired, it's fine, but with wireless mode, there's too much latency, so you fire a gun, half a second later then the sound comes out. But for watching videos, YouTube and things, it's fine for that. There's like a small amount of audio delay to the video, but that seems fine. It's not like a huge issue, but it's gaming where you notice the biggest latency. So for gaming, skip it unless you're using a wired connection. But for wireless, as a dongle DAC, perfect for music. But yeah, for in the meantime, this is a big surprise. The other big surprise was if I open up the Windows Legacy sound control panel, let's just bring that over here, and then go to the properties of the G7 Pro, go to enhancements, just untick that. We have an option called room correction, and this does exactly what you think it does. So room acoustics, what dedicated amps and DACs nowadays do with external mics, this does exactly the same thing. So I've not installed a driver or software for this. This is built into Windows 11, and it uses your microphone, assuming you've got a microphone connected to the PC, to send test tones to then correct the output that it's sending to the controller output. So that's kind of awesome, really. I didn't even know Windows had this kind of feature built in, but there you go. And this is the Microsoft generic audio driver. So this is built into Windows, which I don't think a lot of people knew about, to be honest with you. I haven't used it yet just because I haven't needed to. But yeah, for those plugging this into, I guess you could use the 3.5mm to align in to the DAC, then feed speakers, which then you could use room correction. That is an option now. So hey, that's, I'm not going to complain at having more options than not. But for now, I'm just going to leave it off because I'm not using that. Yeah, so I guess this is outputting the equivalence of a dongle DAC, just with maybe slightly less volume. But yeah, this was a welcome surprise, and if there's anything else anyone wants me to try out, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Until then, see you in the next one.